In this video series, I want to show you how you can use the Sphinx module to document Python code and build a website, and then host that website for free on GitHub, and so that you have your code and the documentation hosted in the same repository. And to give you an example of what I'm talking about, I have this repository here, um, and in this docs folder contains the materials for GitHub to build a website. And we can go to that website, click on full documentation here, and you can see that this is just a github.io address with the repository name. And so this is just a GitHub hosted website. And here's the full documentation for this repository. You can see we have some about pages, installation. We can come down here to code description, and you can see that we've auto-generated code documentation for this Python code, and this is generated using Sphinx. And so this is all generated through Sphinx and hosted on GitHub for free. And so that's what I want to show you how to do in this video series. So let's get back to GitHub here. And the first thing we'll do is we'll just create a repository for all of this. So let's do Sphinx Python doc example, and then we'll give a short description here. Example of how to use Sphinx to document Python code and host documentation website on GitHub. Okay, make it public. I'm not going to write any of this stuff right now, and I'm going to create this repository. Creating, okay, and we're done. I'm going to open Git Bash, and I'll mention I'm doing this tutorial on Windows. I'm doing it on Windows because things on Windows are a little more complicated. If you're using Linux or a Mac, you can follow these same steps pretty closely. It actually should be a little easier for you. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm gonna just go to the directory where I want to keep this repository, and then I'm going to make a directory, and I'm going to name it the same thing as my repository. Sphinx Python doc example, make dir. Then I want to change directory. I want to enter that directory, and then I'm going to just follow the instructions from GitHub. So I'm going to go git init, and I have this repository initialized now. I can go git status, nothing to commit. Let's go ahead and add a remote. So git remote add origin, and then just put in the path to the remote, which is just github.com/your username / the name of the repository. .git. Okay, so we've added our origin, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple of directories to store things in. So the first one I'm going to do is make the docs directory, which is where the materials for the website will go. And the second one I'm going to make is a Sphinx directory, and this is where I'm going to generate all my Sphinx documentation. Okay. So let's type git status to see the status of our repository. There's nothing to commit. I'm also going to add a README, just so I can later document all this in the README and have it there in the repository. Okay. And I also want to create a Git Ignore, so I can ignore some of these files and not push them all up. So now we have a couple of files we can use to track. So let's go git add, and dot will give us all files. And then we'll go git commit all message, and we'll say, this is the first commit repository structure is what I'm working on. Okay. And then we'll git push origin master. And we'll push up all those changes. There it goes. Git status, and we're all set. So let's go check our repository here really quick. Hit refresh. Now you can see we have our Git Ignore and readme.md. Our docs and Sphinx folders haven't been pushed up yet because there's nothing in them. They're just empty. Okay. So the next thing we want to do now is we're going to install Sphinx. I'm going to do this from the Anaconda command prompt. Anaconda is generally how I use Python. If you have your Python installation set up correctly, you can do this from the command line, which is very easy to do with Linux and Windows, or when Linux and Mac. On Windows, it's a little more complicated. Anaconda's taking a minute to load here. Hopefully it does it. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, come on, Anaconda. I opened the right prompt. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So what I'm going to do is going to go pip install upgrade pip. So this first command is just going to upgrade pip, make sure we're all set. And it's taking a while, it's taking a while. I'll probably edit some of these segments out. So you can see that pip's already up to date. And now I can go pip install Sphinx. Okay, it looks like I already had it installed. I didn't think I had it installed here, but there we go. We now have it installed. I'm going to close the Anaconda prompt. So we have our repository set up, and we have Sphinx installed. I'm going to leave it there for this video. In the next video, we'll pick up here. We'll probably talk about documenting Python code, and then we'll go back and show how to document that with Sphinx down the road. So hope you enjoyed it, and we'll keep building this out.